I'm sorry I'm late. I'm sorry. There we go. Oh my God, what a mess. What a messy lady. You're a messy lady. I don't even know what I look like. Wait a minute. What do I look like? Well, I don't know. Oh, wow. I guess that's the best I can do. Good morning, Easily. Easily, how are you? How are your babies? I hope everybody is well in the easily distracted family. I love the easily distracted family. J Rance, good morning, my darling friend, my bestie. How are you? Come on down to Clown Town. Come on down. Come on down. I love that song. That's one of my favorites. Good. I'm glad to hear it easily. Come on down to Pound Town. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down to Pound Town. Come on down. Come on down. Oh my God, Lee. It's good to see you. First of all, I love seeing you in the morning. Good morning. Happy Election Day, Canada. Happy Election Day. That's right. I love you guys. Yeah, Pound Town. Come on down to Pound Town. Or Clown. Either one. Either one's fine. Either one works. Yeah, we're going to talk about yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. Oh, yeah, come on, Canada. Come on, Canada. Come on, Canada. But Clown Town's better. Clown Town's better. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's so good to be here. It's Wake and Bake with Lolo, and I'm Lolo. And you are welcome here. Happy Election Day to our Canadian friends. I'm so excited for you. Gosh, I hope your lazy chuds stay home or have stayed home. There I was watching a couple of the last minute Pierre Polyev rallies because yeah, it does. J Rance. It does. Pound Town does mean get off ramp, okay, but I don't know. I love idiot in the blue suit. What, me? Oh, that Pierre Polyev. Get off ramp. Oh my God. So many inappropriate references. Oh my God. Did you see Trump tweeted on Truth Social that Canadians should all vote for the 51st state and no more subsidies and a bigger military? What? What kind of message is that even? I can't. Gal, Suburban, I love you. Good morning, my dear friend Gal. I love you. Carrie, good morning, sweetheart. How are you? Trump wore blue to a funeral. And then didn't he fall asleep and like Joe Biden didn't fall asleep? I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was like so great. His brain is addled from all the I don't know, Diet Coke, Adderall. I'm not sure what is given to that man. But hopefully hopefully one of these days it'll stick. You know what I'm saying? I was worried about you guys yesterday. I went Mama Bear. Absolutely. And, you know, it was the right thing to do. Because I want to talk about yesterday a little bit. Oh, my God. Okay. Let's talk about yesterday just a little bit. So if you don't know, the dinosaur got out and there was a Matt Gaetz, Brandon Straka walk away rally. And then we're going to go to the Canadian elections because I kind of want to check in on the elections and see what's the vibes. I'm sorry, what's the haps today? Yeah, just look at what happened in Vancouver. Oh my God, that is so incredibly tragic. Oh, that was heartbreaking. And I guess I read a little bit yesterday that the person that they arrested for it was in real mental distress, and I think that that's an issue that we better. I say we better deal with the mental health issue, but at the same time, now I look at an administration that has no intentions of providing even basic care if they can get away with it. So it's kind of it becomes very pedantic when I say it out loud, I guess. So my heart is with everyone in the Vancouver area, with the Filipino community up there and across, because this has to resonate throughout communities across the world when they're target or when they become the target or uh, experience something like that. So I'm really saddened for that. And as for yesterday, so that was really interesting. So that was yesterday was Brandon Straka, who is a Russian op. Jim told us Saturday night. Uh, is a Russian op, and Walk Away is a stupid movement that is intended. Good morning, butterflies. Um, is a stupid movement that is supposed to encourage, I guess, members of the LGBTQ community who are not Republican to become MAGA, and that the Democrats have let down the LGBTQ community, which is probably in sure that's probably true in some regard, but honey, hold my beer. There's nothing like what you guys are trying to do to the LGBTQ community. So excuse me, you know, uh, distinction with a difference. They closed the institutions and went to community care. Then community care was too expensive, and now they use the prisons as institutions. Polyev just used the Vancouver tragedy as an occasion to blame the Liberals for high crime, and Canada should support his jail, not bail plan. What a scuzzbag. He is a scuzzbag, and he's just, you know what it is? I almost think that the chuds in Canada are not really that excited about him, but they have to be because they don't have anything else. You know what I mean? Like, there's no one else for them to, like, fucking fuck with things. Yeah. So I think it's interesting. I don't know, but I do feel like Carney has some good momentum. He's done some good like speeches and stuff. So I feel like his outward like persona from a distance, obviously, is pretty solid. And I don't know if Jasmeet Singh will bring in. I feel like he's had a really good campaign season. I've seen him out there in the community talking about real things, and so I feel like his message is good to people too. Hi, Muskie, how are you? And so I feel like between Jasmeet Singh and Mark Carney, you might get he's their scum. Exactly, Neil. That's a perfect way to put it. I agree with you. PP is scum, but he's their scum. That's right. That's all they've got. And so they're going to go with it, balls to the wall, even if they don't like it. Because I've heard plenty of these Canadian chuds say that Pierre Poilievre is a waste of time. So I'm sure this is just the fervent last few that are like, oh yeah, we got to do this. Yet I wonder if they're going to be sober enough to get up and go vote or have voted. So Singh had just left. I know. Jasmeet Singh had just left that Filipino Fest minutes before this SUV. Oh my goodness. That whole thing is just incredible. So watching the Canadians has been, we want to check in on them today and make sure. Yeah, Maple Maggots, go fuck yourselves. As you can tell, my patience for MAGA has completely eroded. We're down to 0 people. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday, so Bobo and I, as you know, yeah, I know you've got some real I mean, we've got real racists down here, but definitely you have some up there too, because they do talk about that a lot. Anyway. Oh, Black Bear, how are you, darling? How you doing, babes? Are you back from overseas yet? Are you back from overseas? I was confused that guy was screaming bigot at what looked like Antifa, someone in black in a mask. Yeah, that guy was, I think he was actually just mentally unwell. I don't think he was part of the MAGA group. I think he was just unfortunately unwell. And you know what? Oh, you do? You leave in 4 days? Okay. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed to welcome you home. Although staying in Italy, all right. Although if they deport you, where are you going to be deported to? Because you're Native American. So I'm not real sure. You're going to deport you here? I guess. I hope so. Anyway, I hope everything goes well, Black Bear. I'll be thinking about you. I was thinking about you ever since you said that, you're overseas. So it was a great protest. It was, so there's a couple of lessons I learned from yesterday's protest. When you have someone whom you love and you gave birth to as your camera person, you might want to tell them that they are supposed to be out of the fray and just filming. And anywhere your mommy goes, you don't need to follow. You can just film. But no. So yesterday, when we arrived, there was a small group on one of the corners in West Hollywood. And we're 10 times smaller, he shows. No Steve Kornacki. So there was a small group on the corner, and it looked like mostly Antifa. Now, first of all, let me freaking tell you, the people that were there yesterday doing the counter protesting were absolutely the most wonderful, welcoming, caring people. Multiple times I had people from the group that was more organized who had responded to this event. Many times those people came and asked me if I was okay. And I feel like it's easy that in a group like that, where they are trying to protect their identities with good reason, that they don't want a bunch of people filming and a bunch of people, being a fool. And so I was really grateful that we weren't a total distraction from what they were trying. Their OPSEC, right? They took us in with open arms. I mean, they didn't have to. They could have told us, get the fuck out or go over there or get away. And we would have, but they were really, everyone was so welcoming. So that's number one. Number two, I think I should have known a little better that this group of maggots that are like the Beverly Hills, Brentwood people, and like whatever, Orange County, maybe some Orange County, but mostly local, one guy was telling me. Those folks are pussies. They're really wealthy. They always do this. They're total MAGA. They're disgusting people. Gross, gross, gross. But what they do is they bring thugs with them. And so I should have remembered that. I didn't really expect it. So when I went to the corner and there was a bunch of I'll just call them Antifa, but I don't know what their organizations were or were not, frankly. They were kind of in front of a smaller group of the walk away people who had their own private security, by the way. So when I saw that there was walk away people behind the first layer of Antifa, I said, well, the dinosaur has to be up there because I don't know. I just had to. So anyway, I walked into that crowd, and that's when I got. I don't know if Bobo got this on camera a lot because we kind of got separated at that point. But I was assuming very wrongly that she wouldn't follow me, that she would stand back and just film like the crowd action. Well, she did follow me. So I went in and I was up against, oh my God, this really tall guy who was one of their security guards. And he was like, he was grabbing me. Like there was grabbing. I was manhandled a lot more yesterday than I ever have been. It was my own fault because I walked into the crowd. But it was gross. Talk about the violent right. That's what I'm going to keep talking about. They were the most violent yesterday. Literally, hands down. So I walked into the crowd and I was just like, Matt Gaetz is a pedophile. You guys support pedophiles. You guys support pedophiles, which again is probably, that really gets under their skin. When you tell them they support pedophiles, which they do, they support Matt Gaetz. He's there to speak at the event. They love him. And he's a very credibly alleged child rapist. I'm sorry, I didn't do it. He did it. So I was just letting those people know. And they had a bunch of bikers. Oh, well, okay. I should say they looked like bikers. I think they're just a bunch of old accountants with an attitude. But yeah, they came into a hostel to start shit and get footage of the tolerant left. Well, I mean, I don't think they can do whatever they want. I was talking to somebody after about that, and the guy was like, listen, they're going to come in and do whatever they want, spin whatever they want. They have a base, not Proud Boys. No, there were not well, there could have been a couple of Proud Boys. I think one guy that took my sign and ripped it was a Proud Boy. But they were very violent. Like, I got knocked a lot in that group. They kept stepping on my tail because they thought that was hilarious, and that could have been dangerous. They were very fucked up. They were very fucked up. Very fucked up. So that was that. Yeah, we're going to get to the truck, okay? And then, okay, we marched down. Now, I would have gone to across the street into the Beverly Hills Park. Bobo said absolutely not. So I'm kind of upset that I didn't go over to the park where they were doing the speeches, but it is what it is. And then as we were walking back and there were people, and then the MAGA trucks, there's these guys with these trucks in Beverly Hills mostly. They drive through and they've got huge like flags and shit on their trucks. It's the same characters. Anyway, as we're walking back, that's when shit got real, where the trucks were, some of the folks were trying to block the road with the MAGA trucks, or just like yelling at them kind of stuff. Okay, so I step into the street just to kind of be a pain in the ass and like, I'm a dinosaur. And Bobo and another guy are like, no, get back. And so I get back into like the gutter area of the street, not onto the sidewalk, but in the gutter area. And I literally turn around. I turn only to see my daughter running towards the truck. Right? Running towards the truck. And then but then I think, oh no, my daughter has been hit by a car before. She's very traumatized about traffic. And so she will not stay in the street. She will walk away or move back. Did she? No. My daughter, because she saw people getting like blur, got in front of the truck to get a picture of his license plate and then panned up to see if she could see his face. But his windows were tinted. And at that point, he accelerated. And she barely got out of the way. She wasn't yelling. She wasn't screaming. She wasn't hitting his car. She wasn't doing anything. She went up and tried to get his license plate and his face. So, yeah, camera woman, you're not supposed to be part of the action. You're supposed to stand back. Stand back. So yeah, maybe we probably didn't have the best meeting ahead of time about what the agreements were. But that was very frightening. Anyway, so we do have his license plate. You couldn't see his face because his front window was tinted, which is weird. I'm like, because I remember when she got hit by a car, and it was one of the most frightening moments of my entire life. So I couldn't go through. No one could go through that. Anyway, she's fine. Everybody's fine. We learned our lesson for that one. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this is exactly what I mean. Her empathy was used by bad actors who should have never been there in the first place. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, they're just really trash people. I can't even tell you how trash people they are. So, whatever. But yeah, we got out of that one. I'm like, hey, you're supposed to just be in the background filming whatever happens. But anyway, I'm glad we did it. I'm so glad we met the wonderful people who were there. Hi, No. How are you, darling? It's good to see you. Sorry about G Abbott. We really, it's Fat Fingers, and Bobo doesn't know all the nicknames for people like that Tim is Bullets and all this kind of stuff. So while she was trying to get rid of the assholes in chat, she did hit G Abbott by mistake. So G, we're really sorry, and I fixed it. I got it. So it's just really hard, and she doesn't know all the who's who in terms of like, she doesn't know nicknames and stuff like that. So that's kind of the problem, because people were saying Tim, 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 and she's like, I don't see a Tim in the chat. Otherwise, I'd get rid of him. So she eventually, it was all fine. But yeah, I also told her, there's going to be people that come in, especially chuds, and they're going to like drop N towers and F towers and all that kind of stuff. I've tried to stop them with like the banned letters and words, but there's always a way around it. So unfortunately, that's kind of, yeah. And I let her know in the troll chat after that was total accident and it was fixed. And I'm really sorry about that. I know that can be really frustrating. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, it was just yeah. Yeah, that was a little more. But I don't know. At least we got yeah. My mom took me to fight at abortion clinics in the 80s. That's so cool, Muskie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good fight. It's a good fight. And it's good to be there. It's good to have numbers. And we were talking to some of the other people there, and we're like, gosh, if we had bigger numbers, we could have stopped all that traffic. But it was so, I mean, I'm so impressed with the people that were there. Who really, I mean, they obviously do this. They're kind of like responding to different bigoted events in the area, and protecting communities, and kind of shielding and pushing them, pushing the chuds kind of out of the community. I thought they were great, and they were determined to stay peaceful. Now I know there was some stuff thrown in the street. Just got a little tense, that's all. But I'm going to tell you right now, those people were intent on being peaceful. And I was so impressed. So the left is actually quite tolerant. It was I got attacked by the chuds. They took my sign, they pushed me around, they grabbed me. They did all kinds of things. So the maggots were the violent ones. Anyway, so that's that. Glad we did it. I took for granted that it was more hostile than I thought it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be as hostile, but it ended up being a lot more hostile. But that's all right. That's the way it is. We know now. We'll act a little differently. You know what I mean? Like, or watch out for different things. So it's all good. But really impressed with everyone who was there yesterday in West Hollywood. Love you so much. Antifa, if you want to call yourselves that. I don't know what you call yourselves. If you call yourselves anything. But I'm going to tell you, you guys fucking rock. And you held me back from being more violent and made me a better person in a protest. So thank you. Thank you. I love them. I love them very much. So I'm hoping that we meet up again in other events. I'm really delighted. Again, I don't want to overdraw attention to them. Oh, I love you too. And Gal Suburban, I absolutely know that you know when things are starting to get really hairy. So thank you. It was so sweet. It was so sweet of you to it was sweet of everyone to care. It was sweet of Gal to be like, you need to get out of there. So thank you, Gal. Thank you. I wish I could have run over to the speeches, but I knew, it probably would have gotten worse. I know. I was all caps. Well, Bobo comes over. I don't know if you guys heard that. She's like, Gal really thinks we need to leave. And I'm like, meh, come on. I love you too. I love you too. Anyway, well, you know what? Don't be a pedophile supporter, and then I won't yell at you. Yo, Gal, so dramatic. Is that what I said? I was excited, Gal. You gonna hold me back. I wanted to go. I wanted to go. I kept saying we were standing on the corner at one point, and I was like, when are we crossing the street? When are we crossing the street? And they weren't crossing the street. And that was my chance. I should have broke away at that point and just went, I'm going across the street. I'm going over that park. Yeah, let me at him. Let me at him. Nah, I'm not that brave. I'm not that brave. And my bones are probably pretty brittle, so I should probably be a little more careful. Anyway, that was the weekend. How was your weekend? No. Rawr, I'm a dinosaur. Rawr. I'm a dinosaur, baby. I'm a cowboy, baby. I'm a dino, baby. Anyway. Oh, well. It was great. It was a great day. Fuck you, chuds. Fuck you, MAGA. Fucking losers. I swear to God, all these grannies who are like Brentwood grannies, if you know what I'm talking about, if you know LA at all. Brentwood is like that neighbor. It's where, what's his name lived? O.J. Simpson. But it's like a bunch of like fucking rich white hags, and they're all standing there with their little walk away signs. These are the same cunts. Let me tell you about these cunts. These are the same cunts that go and get their hair done, that go to brunch, who have stylists, who have people who are members of the LGBT community in their world. And they fucking stood there with shit-eating grins on their fucking hag faces, holding the walk away sign, laughing or smiling at me because I was losing my shit. It's just really fascinating to me how these fossils don't have any remorse, any reflection, anything. So I really think like these, I'm talking to you bitches, like get your head on straight. You think that you have, you want to take advantage of everything about communities that you want to oppress. You just want to take. And I just wish the worst upon you. I really do. I really think that's evil. When you take energy and say, I'm going to go out there and stand against LGBTQ people in the middle of West Hollywood, fuck you. Fuck off and die. And take all your hag children with you. Yeah. When Levi showed the long shot at the Beverly Hills Park, it was a small, pathetic group of clowns in their ridiculous MAGA attire. Yeah, Straka and Gates are just agent provocateurs. You're absolutely right. Well, and then one guy was saying, they're going to get the reaction that they get, and they're always going to play it up as we were more violent. And frankly, that's all they've got. It's not expanding their base. It's not expanding their base. So they can paint Antifa as violent as they want. It doesn't expand their base. Right? So they know the game. Ooh, send good vibes. My guy has an interview for a big job. Yes! Congratulations! Straka was a notorious J6 FBI snitch, yet still accepted by MAGA turds. Yeah, oh yeah, no. They don't have any reason. There's no reason. There's no nothing. Oh, I'm wishing Gal. I'm hoping for Mr. Gal. He's going to do it. He's going to do whatever he wants. He's great. I have such confidence. Congratulations. Good luck. Break a leg. No, don't. I don't think you do that in that industry. He gets like 12 viewers on his live streams. Oh, Straka? Yeah, he's an idiot. He's an idiot. He is an idiot. Interesting. Anyway. Yeah, I saw the anti-Scientology streamers down there. I saw Streets LA. I saw Jessica, whatever her name is, or Jennifer. I'm not sure what her name is. Anyway, all they did was stand around smiling and filming. In fact, they were standing with the MAGA. I didn't understand that. Why would you stand with the MAGA? Maybe it was just the view or something. I just read something that's totally insane. Yes, please do. Please do. Yeah, we're going to do some linky links today. Let me see if there's anything live. Oh my God, I didn't even look. Let's see what's going on. I have a bunch of stuff to read too. Heather Richardson. Good luck, Mr. Suburban. I like the sparkles. Sparkles. Let me go over here. First paragraph of that, but the whole thing, excellent. Sources for that first paragraph. Ooh, excellent. Oh, excellent. Yeah, we're going to read that. Let me just see if I'm going to pull up some other things so I have stuff behind it. Good luck to our Canadians again. Good luck to our Canadians again for their election day. Let's go. Let's go, Canada. You guys are amazing. Oh, Gal, thank you for all those little linky links. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Oh, I have some stuff in my... I emailed myself some stuff, too. There's some good articles. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down to Pound Town. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down to Pound Town. Sorry. Okay. All right. Let me go to this one. They're not enjoyable, but needed info. Well, you know what? This is the way it is. This is the way it is. Is it the letter? The letter is nuts. Wait, what? What nut? What? What nuts? What nuts? D's nuts. Sorry. I think I'm a little tired. What? 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 Oh my God. It's the raping of America. Okay, wait. Which one should I read first? Executive brand. Which one should I read first? The Heather Cox Richardson? Let me get it over here. Let me get over there. Let me get over here and let me get over there. Let me get over here and over there. Here. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Do-do-do-do. Come on down to Clown Town. Come on down, come on down. Come on down to Clown Town. Black Bear. I marched in the Italian Liberation Day celebration, the day Italy was liberated from the Nazis. Nice, Black Bear. Nice. How is Maloney anyway? I feel like she's not, she's a little problematic. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. She seems a little problematic. All right. So let's go into this little thing right here. Oh, bless America. All my things are so crazy. All right. Here we go. The executive branch is at a bar. Oh, you're kidding. What? Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh my God. Oh my God. All of this is wrong. All of this is wrong. She's problematic, but currently supportive of Ukraine, so that's good. I know. Well, I hope so. I don't trust her. I really don't. I really don't. No magic MAGA. No maple MAGA for our friends no maple MAGA. No Canadian Canuck chuds. Joint Foreign Affairs Committee, France, UK, Estonia, and Latvia, etc. Wait, what? What is that? That club's nuts too. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to read about that. She's problematic currently. Okay. Yeah, I thought she was problematic. And I think she slept with Elon. I don't know. I heard on the street. Chud Nucks. Chud Nucks. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Heather Cox Richardson, historian. I think she's a historian. Oh, we read her book. We read her book about democracy. Democracy Awakening or Awakening Democracy. It was either way. I couldn't remember. I could never remember what the title of the book was. Good, great. They like their cheese. Oh, yeah, baby. Fuck yeah. Amazing pasta. Oh, shit, man. Fuck. All right, let's read Heather Cox Richardson this morning and see. Unfortunately, Alberta and Saskatchewan are still part of Canada. Neil, I love you. Well, unfortunately. Oh my God. You know, when all the Californians move into Alberta, it'll be just fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. Let's read this. Letters from an American. This is filed April 27th. What was that, Friday? I don't even know. I don't even know what day it is. What is it? Oh, April 28th. That was yesterday. Okay. All right. Last night, a new club opened in the wealthy Georgetown neighborhood in Washington, D.C. It's called Executive Branch. And it's an invitation-only club backed by Donald Trump Jr. and mega donor Omid Malik. Dasha Burns of Politico reported that it costs more than $500,000 to join. The exclusive club is designed to allow top business executives to talk privately with Trump advisors and cabinet members. Burns reports that the club already has a waiting list. When then candidate Donald Trump celebrated the administration of President William McKinley, it was always clear he saw it as the triumphant marriage of the very rich to the U.S. government. It was the era of so-called robber barons, industrialists and financiers who flooded political campaigns with monies to convince voters that those trying to rein them in were socialists or anarchists, then called upon the politicians they put into power to pass laws that benefited their businesses. Behind every one of the portly, well-dressed members of the Senate can be seen the outlines of some corporation interested in getting or preventing legislation, the Chicago Tribune wrote in 1884, or of some syndicate that has invaluable contracts or patents to defend or push. Last Sunday, a new filing with the Federal Election Commission revealed that donors delivered an astounding $239 million for Trump's inauguration. Theodore Schleifer of the New York Times notes that Trump's 2017 inaugural committee raised $107 million. The $346 million raised by Trump's two inaugural committees is more than the monies raised by all other inaugural committees since Richard Nixon's committee raised $4 million in 1973. Well, Trump's allies have said the money that wasn't spent on festivities will go to other projects Trump is behind, including his presidential library. There is no oversight on how Trump uses that money. Wow, we are so dumb. Spending on the election was even more dramatic. Earlier this month, Americans for Tax Fairness analyzed spending in 2024 and discovered that just 100 billionaire families donated a record-breaking $2.6 billion to federal campaigns, up by 160 times from billionaire spending in elections before the Supreme Court's 2010 Citizens United decision. 70% of that money went to Republican candidates or causes. In the three races that determined the control of the Senate, Montana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, outside money from billionaires made up 58, 56, and 44% of the outside money coming in. Elon Musk donated about $290 million, giving 4 times as much money to political campaigns in 2024 as he paid in income taxes between 2013 and 2018. Those investments in a Trump administration are paying off. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is withdrawing a Biden-era rule requiring poultry companies to keep the levels of salmonella bacteria below a certain level in their meats to prevent illnesses commonly known as food poisoning. When the Biden administration proposed the rule, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention explained that salmonella causes 1.35 million infections a year and kills 420 people. The USDA said that about 125,000 of those infections came from chicken and another 43,000 from turkey. Officials estimated that the new rule would reduce salmonella illnesses by 25%. The National Chicken Council celebrated the Trump administration's reversal of the rule, saying it would have had no meaningful impact on public health. On Friday, Charisma Madarang of Rolling Stone pointed out that the poultry company Pilgrim's Pride gave $5 million to Trump's inaugural committee, making it the largest donor to that effort. 2 of the company's executives, Chief Executive Officer Fabio Sandri and the head of the company's Food Safety and Quality Assurance, Kendra Waldbusser, serve on the board of the National Chicken Council. Last month, Rick Claypool of the consumer rights organization Public Citizen noted that the Trump administration has dropped federal investigations and lawsuits against 89 corporations, many of whose leaders donated heavily to Trump's inaugural fund. Another of those who has benefited significantly from the new policies is Elon. Lisa Gilbert, co-president of Public Citizen, told Lawrence Darmiento of the Los Angeles Times, "I think the overall goals of Donald Trump and Elon Musk are to slash regulations, to slash budgets, and to cut positions, all with this claim they are going to increase efficiency and fight fraud." But corporate ties to the government are not just about avoiding oversight. They are also about snagging lucrative federal contracts. Gilbert noted, "I would say it's a smokescreen and cover for personal profit and corporate power, and that's where Musk's personal conflicts of interest come into play, as well as the other corporate actors across this government." On Friday, Andrew Perez and Asawan Subaseng of Rolling Stone reported that staffers for billionaire Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency have been working on a multi-million-dollar communications project called Project Lift at the Federal Aviation Administration. The plan appears to insert Musk's Starlink into the $2.4 billion contract Verizon currently holds to upgrade the FAA's systems. But DOGE staff have made FAA employees sign non-disclosure agreements, so details are scarce. That can't be right in government. You can't have NDAs in government. We are fucked. We are so fucked. Sorry. We're gonna have to take it down. We're gonna have to take it down. We're gonna have to overthrow this government and get some. I just can't. I don't even know. I just don't. This is so bad. This is so beyond what I ever dreamed. And I dreamed some pretty bad things. The federal employees running Project Lift are exploring a variety of solutions to modernize the FAA's telecommunication network. Current contractors are part of the discussion. In the Trump administration, the connections between the government and business include the president's family members. Zach Everson of Forbes has been following the story of the Trump family's involvement in artificial intelligence company Dominari Holdings. In February, Everson reported that just weeks after Trump announced the administration's push to loosen regulations and expand infrastructure for AI, his sons Donald Jr. and Eric invested in Dominari and joined its brand new advisory board, for which they received 750,000 shares each in the company, although they had no official duties. The company then launched another company, American Data Center, Inc., in which the Trumps also invested. That company focused on the high-performance computing infrastructure to support AI, cloud computing, and cryptocurrency. This has to be wrong, okay? This is like the conflict of interest here is just beyond. Like, what is happening? What is happening? I need some coffee. I haven't even poured my coffee yet. What the hell? Pour some coffee. We're going to need more coffee. Straight, blatant, in your face. I'm so worried for small businesses too. Butterflies. Yeah, I'm going to clip that sound. The coffee pour. Oh my God, that's like heaven. I'm going to tell you right now, coffee and weed. I don't even need to be in love anymore. Okay. I don't even need to be I don't need a boyfriend. I just need coffee and weed. That's it. Everything else is moot. Everything else is, I'm not waiting around for that anymore. Okay. The company also launched, blah, 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 blah. According to Amber Jackson of UK's Data Center magazine, Dominari stock leapt more than 1,000% after the Trump sons joined the advisory board. On Friday, Everson reported on a Securities and Exchange Commission filing revealing that why are they even bother filing? The Dominari has applied for conditions that would enable the shareholders, including Don and Eric Trump, to sell their stocks earlier than a normal timeline would allow. Wait, what? What? Each Trump brother now controls 1.2 or 1.5, right? Because 750 million shares of Dominari, each holding now worth $5.8 million, and probably then some. On Wednesday. Oh, hi, Tom. Are you going out? You're getting out? Okay. Oh, you're going on the roof? Please be careful up on the roof. Please, thank you. Please and thank you. Thank you. On Wednesday, Trump made the pay-to-play nature of his administration explicit. What? Hold my beer. That already happened. When he announced the top 220 holders, oh my God. We're going to have to talk about Hayden. What's his name again, aren't we? God damn it. They think they'll get away with it. They are getting away with it, Jane. They are getting away with it. Who knew? Yeah, bye, Tom. Be safe. When he announced that the top 220 holders of his Trump cryptocurrency token would be invited to a dinner with Trump at his private club, that they would be offered a VIP White House tour. You made a meme for that? Excellent. Offered a VIP White House tour the next day. Mackenzie Sigalos and Kevin Collier of CNBC reported the meme coin jumped more than 50% on the news, netting Trump and his allies nearly $900,000 in trading fees. I'm so tired of all this. I'm so tired of this. Just before sunrise this morning, this was yesterday, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries and Cory Booker began a live stream sit-in protest and discussion on the steps of the U.S. Capitol to call attention to the Republicans' budget bill. On Friday, Alan Rappaport and Tony Rome of the New York Times reported that the Republicans' proposed 2026 budget would slash federal support for child care, health research, education, housing assistance, community development, and the elderly, and for foreign aid, attacking the woke programs. It appears to implement much of Project 2025. Russell Vought, who was director of the Office of Management and Budget during Trump's first term and has returned to that position in his second, was a key author of that playbook. Cuts to programs that protect ordinary Americans will help to fund the extension of the Trump's 2017 tax cuts for the wealthy and corporations. Extending those cuts will cost at least $4 trillion over the next decade. Congress returns to session tomorrow, it's just today, and it will take up the budget. In a statement, Jeffries and Booker said, Republican leaders have made clear their intention to use the coming weeks to advance a reckless budget scheme to President Trump's desk that seeks to gut Medicaid, food assistance, and basic needs programs that help people, all to give tax breaks to billionaires. Okay. Throughout the day, Democratic lawmakers, activists, and passersby joined Jeffries and Booker's 12-hour sit-in. An AP NRC poll released yesterday showed that the Trump's approval rating has dropped to 39%. 39%? Why? Why is it even that? Are people that stupid? I mean, literally, are they not even paying attention? Today in a Washington Post ABC News Ipsos poll confirmed that number. Trump's approval rating at almost 100 days in office is the lowest of any president in 80 years. How about that for a record? For his part, Trump announced today that he's bringing back Columbus Day. Because, why not? Jesus. Yeah, here we go. This is the Zach Everson. This is a breakdown. Oh, brief advisory. Oh, here. No, I'm sorry. It's another one. Wait, what? Don Jr. and Eric Trump could soon sell 9.6 million in stock granted for brief advisory board tenure. Is that the Dominary? Oh yeah, Dominary Holdings, a NASDAQ listed company based in Trump Tower. Oh my God. Oh wait, I thought it was 750,000 shares. Now it's 1 million each? Oh, and options to purchase an additional 400. Wow. SEC rules typically prohibit shares acquired directly from a company in a private transaction, as the Trumps were, from being sold on the public market for 6 months. But a resale registration, Dominary Holdings filed with the SEC made public on Monday could legally sidestep the restriction, enabling 52 shareholders, including the Trumps, to sell their shares once the SEC declares the filing elective. How? Who? Registration statement under the Securities Act. Okay, I gotta read that later. How? How? How do they bypass the rules of the SEC? How? Dominary Holdings closed at $4.79 of share on Friday, making each Trump stakes, excluding the warrants, worth $5.8 million, $4.8 million of which came from advisory board. What to watch for? The Trump brothers can't sell their shares until the SEC declares Dominary's resale registration effective. Once any review is concluded and the company has resolved any issues, that the SEC will declare the registration effective. When Dominary Holdings last registered new securities in December 2024, this process took 10 days. Fuck this. Fuck the SEC. Fuck the prior SEC. They are required to disclose any material changes to their ownership. If either sells a stake worth 5% or more of the company, they likely need to file a disclosure with the SEC within 2 business days. Yikes. Okay, well that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. This I wanted to read. Oh boy. Oops. Hey, get out of here. Get out of here, duck. Wait, where's my fucking... Oh, man. Atlantic, fuck you. How do I get out of this? Oh, my God. Let me out. Oh, I fucking hate you. Fuck this shit. I gotta take my pills. I gotta take my relax pills. Shit! You sent it with a gift link. I know. It showed up, but it won't let me fucking read it. It's fucked up. We hope you enjoy this gift article. I don't want it. Oh my God. What? Okay, fuck this. I'm sorry. We're not going to do that. That's fine. Hi, Badger. How are you? How are you? Let me try this one. It does not want to do it. All right. Fuck. Hold on. God, I hate you guys. I hate this. You know what? At this point, I fucking hate journalists. Lame. Journalists are fucking lame. And that's it. Fuck you. All right, hold on. Let me see this. Ah, it makes me so mad. I get so frustrated. Let's see. That I just want to make sure we're not missing anything really big here. Hold on. Democracy dies behind a paid wall. Yeah. I mean, I'm all for supporting journalism. Don't get me wrong. I really will I will happily pay for journalism. But my God, let's not make this so fucking hard. Oh, this is live outside court as hearing begins in Harvard lawsuit over Trump's pressure. I'm not really crying for Harvard, but I don't want them to take the independence of the universities, but you know, I don't know. There's other people to be like totally, yeah. It's the human rights for me. Okay. Which I understand it's all connected. But anyway. Oh man, so discombobulated. Let's see. That's all old stuff. Okay. All right, that's all old. I just wanted to make sure. Don't have anything new. Yeah. Okay, I have to go back to some of your other. Let me see what this is. Let me see what this is. Mean coins. Oh my God, they are pogs. You're right. Oh my God. Oops. They are pogs. Meme coins are just pogs, except everything is computer. You did it. Oh my God. That's really good. I think that's perfect, Gal. The corruption is astonishing. The opportunities for graft are endless. Oh my God. All right, wait. There was something else you had. I mean, I can go to my silly little links. How about the 2 Russian spies that were busted by the Germans? They had Hagspeth's. What? Jim Nalgren? What? Everything is computer. That's right. Everything computer now. That's right. Computer. Computer say. I actually want to see. Really, Jim? God, Jim, you always come in with the most shocking news. And then I have to look it up. Needing dinosaur soup for this. Yes, exactly. Wait, Russian spies arrested in Germany. You know, how many times over these years, Jim Nalgren, have I chased some of your. Oh, here we go. What? It's in 2020. Oh, wait. Oh, that's anonymous. Oh, come on. Come on. This is an anonymous reporting. I need other report. I need verification on that. I need verification on that. Yeah. I need verification. I have a Reddit and a oh wait, here we go. Oh no, that's 2024. Yeah, everything I'm seeing on that, Jim, unfortunately, is not a valid source. So I would just need a valid source in order to pick that up. That they have Hex's phone in there. I mean, you know, not it wouldn't be shocking or anything. Let's see. Okay. I also heard they had Corinne's. Everybody has Corinne's number. Are you kidding me? Come on now. Come on now. Everybody has Corinne's number. Oh, shoot. Okay, wait. Oh, wait, what's the oh my god, so many good things, gal. God, you're doing such a great boop. All right. I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna do some stuff that I also pulled. Oh, you know, actually, I want to play this because I heard Pritzker. I heard this morning. Hold on.
Never before in my life have I called for mass protests, for mobilization, for disruption, but I am now. These Republicans cannot know a moment of peace. They have to understand that we will fight their cruelty with every megaphone and microphone that we have. We must castigate them on the soapbox and then punish them at the ballot box. Never.
I love JB Pritzker. He's my favorite billionaire. No, she doesn't have any other song. She only has that one. My birthday. I don't know, actually. Der Spiegel. Yes, Max. Stop it. Der Spiegel is a reliable source. They did not come up in my search. Okay, so there it was all these randos. Der Spiegel. Russian spies. Wait. I don't see anything. I don't see anything in Der Spiegel. You dropped I dropped the last video in Discord. No, I don't think that I don't see anything coming up. But I mean, you know, I could definitely be wrong. I'm just saying I'm not seeing it come up. Everything I see about Russian spies arrested in Germany comes up from 2024. Yeah, that. Didn't we read this before? Yeah, we read this Friday, I thought. Yeah. We read this on Friday. I'm pretty sure. Was it in here? Oh, here we go. Oh, well, soon after the first signal chat about Yemen became public, Der Spiegel reported found the phone numbers of Mr. Hegseth and other senior Trump officials on the internet. No? I don't know. I'll try and find it. If it's a Der Spiegel report. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to be coming up. Isn't that weird? Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm sure I'll find it. If it's there, I'll find it. All right. What was I going to do here? I wanted to read. Oh, I wanted to read this. But first, let's stay with some international news. Hold on. LOL, Neil, stop. Wait, who's Canadian? I heard they also had Cringe's hit song on their Spotify, Silly Spies. Saw it reported by several sources. Where? Because it comes up. Maybe it's my algorithm. Mine comes up with like, Joe said. Joe said. Okay, here we go. Let's see. At this point, it's just two. What do you mean? This time. Poor Jim. Jim Nalgren always gets accused of bringing hyperbolic news. Okay, let's see. Where am I? What was I going to do? Oh, I wanted to do this. Judge Luttig. Okay. This is what I pulled up. All right. I'm sorry, everybody. I can't find it. It's not coming up. Oh, wait. I missed a bunch of stuff. Does Corinne actually have a song? She does. Naughty Nan. Who's Naughty Nan? The Der Spiegel link is in there. What? Oops. And now I passed it. You know what, though? That's from March. And oh, I see. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Now I get it. Where is that thing where they said Der Spiegel? Where'd they say Der Spiegel? Let me find it. Where's the damn Der Spiegel story? There it is. Give me the Der Spiegel. Okay, so it's similar to the, okay. All right. Private data and security blah blahs of blah blah blahs are blah blahed. Okay. Donald Trump's most important security advisors use Signal to discuss an imminent military strike. Now, reporting by Der Spiegel has found that the contact data of some of those officials, including mobile phone numbers, is freely accessible on the internet. Yeah, I'll get back to Luttig in a minute. I want to read what he said about the judge in Wisconsin. All right. Let's see here. Private contact details of the most important. Private contact deals of the most important security advisors to U.S. President Dump can be found on the internet. Der Spiegel reporters were able to find mobile phone numbers, email addresses, and even some passwords belonging to the top officials. Man. To do so, the reporters use commercial people search engines along with hacked customer data that has been published on the web. Those affected by the leaks include National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard, and Secretary of Defense Pete Pigsbreath. Most of these numbers and email addresses are apparently still in use, with some of them linked to profiles on social media platforms like Instagram and LinkedIn. They were used to create Dropbox accounts and profiles in apps that track running data. Oh my God. There are also WhatsApp profiles for the respective phone numbers and even Signal accounts in some cases. As such, the reporting revealed an additional grave, previously unknown security breach at the highest levels in Washington. Hostile intelligence services could use this publicly available data to hack the communications of those affected by installing spyware on their devices. It is thus conceivable that foreign agents were privy to the Signal chat group in which Gabbard, Waltz, and Pig's Breath discussed a military strike. It remains unclear, however, whether the extremely problematic chat was conducted using Signal accounts linked to the private telephone numbers of the officials involved. Tulsi Gabbard has declined to comment. Der Spiegel reporting has demonstrated, though, that privately used and publicly accessible telephone numbers belonging to her and Waltz are, in fact, linked to Signal accounts. The U.S. news magazine The Atlantic revealed on Monday that Gabbard, Waltz, Hegseth, along with CIA Director John Ratcliffe and additional officials, discussed an imminent military strike against the Houthi militia in Yemen in a Signal chat. The information shared, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So we had that information. The White House confirmed the scandal after the fact. Trump insisted it did not include, blah, 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 blah. We have already read all that. Der Spiegel was able to find some of the contact information for Garbage, Pig's Breath, and Walls in commercial databases, while other information was in so-called password leaks, which are hardly a rarity on the internet. One example is the 2019 discovery by Troy Hunt, who found 773 million email addresses and more than 21 million passwords in a hacker forum. Since then, there have been numerous additional leaks. Criminals are constantly compiling new collections from hacks, usually to sell them on forums. It was particularly easy for Der Spiegel reporters to discover Pig's Breath mobile number and email address. They turned to a commercial provider of contact information that is primarily used by companies for sales, marketing, and recruitment. Der Spiegel sent the provider a link to Hegseth's LinkedIn profile and received a Gmail address and a mobile phone number in return. In addition to other information, a search of leaked user data revealed that the email address and in some cases even the password associated with it could be found in over 20 publicly accessible leaks. Wow. Hey, Paul Langen. Let's see. Using publicly available information, it was possible to verify that the email address was used just a few days ago. The mobile number provided, meanwhile, led to a WhatsApp account that Hegseth apparently only recently deleted. The profile photo showed a shirtless Pig's Breath in a baseball cap and a necklace. Comparisons with other photos of the U.S. Secretary of Defense using facial recognition software were able to confirm that the photo on the WhatsApp profile was indeed Hegseth. Well, you know. Waltz's number and email address could be found using the same service provider. The mobile phone number could even be found using a people search engine in the popular in the U.S. Der Spiegel reporters were also able to find several passwords for Waltz's email address in leaked databases. The information also led to Waltz's profiles for Microsoft Teams, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, and Signal. National Intelligence Director Garbage was seemingly more careful with her data than her two male colleagues. She had her own data blocked in the commercial contact search engines that contained the data of Pig's Breath and Waltz, but her email address was found on WikiLeaks and Reddit. Gabbard's email is available in more than 10 leaks. One of those contains a partial telephone number, which when completed leads to an active WhatsApp account and a Signal profile. I don't see anything about the... Yeah, there's nothing about the Office of National Intelligence, like 10 years ago. Yeah, I don't see anything about that, but that's fine. I'm going to find it. Not a worry. Let me check in with chat. Oh, woke and baked. That's right. Swipes right on deport her. Deport her. Let's see. Writing letters to Corinthians throughout the day to offset executive orders from the recidivist. There you go. There you go. Writing letters to the Corinthians. Belinda. Wait, what's Belinda Stonearks? Who's Belinda? Wait, whoa. Oh, Stronach. They forced the Canadian Stronach family to give up the Pimlico racetrack where the Preakness is held. Wait, what? I so missed what you guys are talking about. ICE will recognize the Canadians who apologize while being brutalized by American law enforcement. What are we talking about? Did I miss something? Oh my God, I probably did. Terrible. Terrible. All right, let's. I stopped for a stovetop drip pan. What? Stopped. Okay, wait. I need some weed for this. Okay, I need some weed. You guys are having a wonderful conversation, and I can't catch up. So I'm gonna let it go. I'm not gonna interrupt. Let me put it that way. Haven't gone through and verified. Where's my weed? Where's my weed? Oh, essential know your. Oh, the West Virginia hauler. Essential know your rights and security info. From the West Virginia Coalition for Justice in Palestine, news was received of multiple visa revocations of West Virginia University students and alumni. This comes after an appalling increase. International citizen. We are unsure of why these visas were revoked. We do not know the identity of these students. But here we go. This is, they gave you some tips. Non-citizens. ICE does not need a warrant to make an arrest in a public area. Use the buddy system. Try not to walk alone in public. Share your location with at least one trusted person. Carry a copy of important documents with you at all times. Share the location of important documents with a trusted individual. If you do not have a lawyer, DM that group. If ICE approaches you in public, do not run. Ask, am I being arrested or detained? If no, walk away. If yes, comply, but do not sign anything. You have the right to remain silent. No questions. No questions. You may present an ID with minimal information such as a student ID or valid proof of a Visa green card. ICE needs a signed warrant to enter private spaces. Do not open the door. Ask for a warrant to be slipped open the door. A warrant of deportation is not enough. A warrant is only valid if the name and date are correct and there is a valid judge's signature. Make sure the signature is not an ICE agent signature. Call your immigration attorney. ICE agents can lie. Citizens, look for our non-citizens. Take part in buddy system by walking them between classes and home. Offer to keep them company in public and private. Know your rights. Know how to identify ICE. Know bystander intervention tactics to be an effective advocate. Practice digital security. Use a VPN. Use Signal for encrypted message and remove Touch ID, Face ID, and other biometrics. Set strong alphanumeric passwords. Do not send sensitive information over school email accounts. This is good for students, especially. Delete or privatize social media accounts where political. This is terrible. This is so terrible. Bystander intervention. Document everything. Legally, you can record but not interfere. Focus recordings on the officers. Document any questioning, searches, or arrests, actions, and languages. Document their names, badges, attire, date, time, location, vehicles, license plates. Report any sightings or incidents. Do not post videos on social media without consent. Wow. This is where we are. Yeah. This is where we are. Unbelievable. I also saw a really, I don't think I'm going to play it. I saw a little disturbing clip on a raid. I don't even want to call it that. An attack by ICE on a nightclub. Did you all see that little clip from the New York Post? I don't want to play it. It's too painful. Well, maybe I should play it. Oh, this we go. How to resist. Take action. Bystander intervention. Oh, I really want to read this. I feel like this is something we all need to know if we're out and about. You know, if you're in an area perhaps where there's potential ICE action, it's so good for us to read up. If you can, I'm going to order some. I keep forgetting to order them, but I'm going to order some of those red cards, which have information for people being harassed by ICE or DHS or anything. And you can, in fact, I'll put the link for ordering red cards, and you just carry them around and you hand them out to people that may need them. So I'll put the link for that as well. But I do think we're going to have to be mindful of what's happening in our neighborhoods. Trying to start more resistance against that, because it's really they're doing it just the way you would think they would do it, like behind in the dark, and there's no way we can allow that to happen. I'm sorry, there's just no way we can allow that to happen. And I hope that there are plenty of people around where you can interfere. I'm sorry. And I don't want anyone to get hurt. Anyone. But my God, this has to stop. I don't know. This is a real moral moment. This is a real moral moment in our country. And that's why I get so angry. That's why I get so angry when people are like, when people don't agree with that, when people don't agree that, like human rights are important, and chuds, attack me because I'm doing something, or anyone, like chuds just get mad at you or whatever. That makes me so angry, because I think, how can you be such an inept human that you couldn't possibly care about other people? I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. For people to be taken up off the street, I am going to play this. It's upsetting, but we can't turn away from this stuff either, right? Like, hold on. Oh, shit. That's RuPaul. But this is not. This is from the New York Post. So the New York Post is a rag. I fucking hate them. But it is at least, a verifiable news source. But this apparently is the DEA. This isn't DHS, I guess. These are DEA agents. Takes more than 100 what they call illegal migrants into custody after underground Colorado nightclub raid. It's only a minute. Oops. No, this is not done. Actually, it probably did repeat. I think that is just the most disgusting thing I've seen in a long time. And all I could think was, if my daughter, if I have a child who just happens to go out for the evening and ends up at the end having a gun pointed at them, this is disgusting to me. This is Nazi. These are Nazis. These are Nazis. Period. And if not you, but if there are people out there that support this, fuck you. Fuck off. I hope you die. I really do. Because I can't fucking stand hearing you anymore talk about it. I could feel their fear. I could feel the fear of the people being, this is Nazis. This is a Nazi thing. This is Nazis. And that should be bad. Like, that should be the line. That should be the fucking line. That makes me so mad. God, it makes me so mad. So very angry. All right. Judge Ludwig. Speaking of immigration, I'm going to light this joint first. And then, yeah, it's going to get worse. Yeah. Well, that's why it may be that we have to stand in the way of these arrests. It may be that we have to obstruct. It may be. It may be. It may. It may. Yeah, I'll inhale for all of you. Okay. I thought this was an excellent thread from Judge Ludwig. Yeah, big inhale. Ugh. The words of the Attorney General of the United States of America on Fox News yesterday after the FBI arrested Wisconsin State Judge Hannah Dugan and charged her with 2 federal felony offenses. Quote, "What has happened to our judiciary is beyond me. The judges are deranged is all I can think of. I think some of these judges think that they are beyond and above the law. They are not, and we are sending a very strong message today. If you are harboring a fugitive, we will come after you and we will prosecute you. We will find you." Judge Dugan's alleged federal crimes? This is good. Inviting the undocumented immigrant appearing before her on a misdemeanor charge to exit the courtroom with his lawyer by way of the jury door rather than the public exit from the courtroom. Both exits led back to the public hallway outside her courtroom where ICE agents were waiting to arrest the immigrant. Oh, wait, I thought there was more. But that I thought was ridiculous. Let's see. If it was not much of a "we will find you" message. I've been listening. Yeah, the judge is there every day. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a great point. Yeah, great way to sound like a Nazi. I mean, she's really good at that. Like, Pam loves the flex, right? Pam Bondi, that bitch loves the flex. She loves to act like she's all the tough, Judge Dredd. Yeah, they made it sound like she, bought him an ice cream and took him home to cook him dinner. Like, no, we used a different door and it went to the same place. I don't know. Let me see here. Yeah, the 10-year-old, that's right. There's children, U.S. citizen children being deported with their parent. It's gross. I've been listening with my eyes closed. Good morning. Oh, good morning, love, Audrey. I love you, girl. I hope you're resting. Yeah, due process be damned. They made it sound, yeah, exactly. Not so much in the affidavit. Oh, yeah. All they needed was this one example, and they paint all judges with that uphold the Constitution in the same brush. Oh, good morning, Audrey. Pam Bondi is a horrible person. It should have sent up a big red flag when we learned that Bukele gave Trump a list of people he wanted to round up in the U.S. deported. They were the first ones to go. Interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's on Blue Sky. That thread is on Blue Sky. It's just a small thread. I thought it was a larger thread, but I was just happy to see him say this is exactly what happened. I hope judges take this like, or I know they do, but I mean, I hope judges are like, no, we're going to stand up to this. Like, we're going to fight. I can't even believe we're here. I just can't believe we're here. Is he really? I didn't know that. Yeah. I mean, I'm just glad for his clarity, right? Like, this is what happened. It's not what people are saying it is. Okay, hold on. I got to find more of my little things. Hold on to your love. Let's see. Bam, bam, mm, 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 mm. Ooh, is there any? Is the Congress? Anybody? Is there anybody out there? All the boomers that voted for the recidivist with tiny hands. I mean, the thing about it, you're so right. It doesn't. I mean, butterflies, and this is why it's kind of stupid with the whole right left stuff. Only because at this point, it's really autocracy. It's like tyranny versus dysfunctional democracy, right? Like, I'm sorry, I will take the dysfunctional democracy with the hopes of making it better every day over tyranny. But here we are. We're in tyranny. So, Bukele's paternal grandparents were Palestinian Christians who emigrated to El Salvador from Jerusalem and Bethlehem in 1921. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, wait, here we go. Shit. I don't know if I want to listen to this. Pam Bondi's telling you why she had to send people into a Colorado nightclub. But I don't want to hear her talk about it. I don't really care. Oh, but I do want to show this. Oh my gosh. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. You're voting. Oh, look, she's not busy. Go over there and vote. This young lady to vote. Congratulations. Come on, Canada. Come on, Canada. We need all this smart Canadians in there. Let's do it. Let's do this. I know. It's all right. I really don't think the Canadians are going to buy this whole Chud thing. I'm sorry. I think they're smarter. Let's see here. Oh, what's this one? Nope. Nope. Okay. Could I possibly have gone through the bookmarks I had? No. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's so terrible. Mm, mm, la la la. Okay, wait. This. Oh, I also wanted to watch. Oh boy. Okay. No, I'm not going to make you guys watch it. Yeah, come on, Canada. Oh shit. Damn it. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I wanted to show this DW News Deutsche Welle news thingy bingy. Just based on the fact that that Trump and Zelensky met at the Vatican. Was that not the weirdest meeting? Like they're sitting in the middle of a huge room, which I guess might be more secure than sitting in like a bugged room in the Vatican. I don't know. You can record or take a picture of marked ballot, but you should have to ask people in the shot if it's okay. I agree. I agree with that. All right, let's hear what Tommy has to say about what Trump's Vatican meeting with Zelensky means for peace in Ukraine.
President Donald Trump has expressed doubts about Russia's desire for peace following a meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on the sidelines of Pope Francis' funeral. It comes as Russia says its military has regained control of its Kursk region, which was captured in a cross-border incursion by Ukrainian forces last year. But Kyiv disputes the claim.
Russian soldiers patrol the streets of Kursk after claims by Moscow that the region is back under its control. Parts of the territory were captured in a surprise Ukrainian incursion last August. Kyiv has denied that its forces have been pushed out and maintains that it still holds some positions despite what it calls a difficult situation. In a televised interview with President Putin, the head of the Russian army also acknowledged North Korea's involvement in the war for the first time.
I would like to note the participation of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea in the liberation of the Kursk region. In accordance with the Treaty on the Comprehensive Strategic Partnership between our countries, it provided significant assistance in the defeat of the invading group of the Ukrainian armed forces.
The announcement followed a meeting between the US and Ukrainian presidents minutes before Pope Francis's funeral. The White House described the meeting as very productive, with Zelensky saying it had the potential to become historic. Shortly after departing, as Zelensky went on to meet British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and French President Emmanuel Macron, Trump posted on Truth Social that there was no reason for Putin to be shooting missiles into civilian areas, cities and towns over the last few days. It makes me think that maybe he doesn't want the war to stop. And questioned if Putin has to be dealt with differently through banking or secondary sanctions. It was the first meeting between Trump and Zelensky since February's irascible Oval Office press conference. But Saturday's talks in the grandeur of St. Peter's Basilica appear to have, at least temporarily, smoothed over relations between the two leaders.
Olivia Yanchik is with the Atlantic Council's Eurasia Center, and she gave us her assessment of the meeting between Trump and Zelensky in the Vatican.
Well, I would definitely say that this meeting marks a critical shift compared to the Oval Office debacle in February, whereas this was a very private meeting between the two presidents. And I think this time both Zelensky and Trump found the time and willingness to want to meet at the Vatican, which was a symbolically very powerful moment and one that was definitely a very good step. In terms of what's different, I would say that Trump is more explicitly skeptical of Putin now, as seen in his Truth Social post, which suggests that Putin might be stringing him along. And there's also growing political heat in that Trump understands that continuing to demand unreasonable concessions from Ukraine, like of recognizing Crimea as Russian, may now carry domestic political risks.
And do you think that shift or that change in the way Trump is expressing his view of Putin will result in some kind of shift in U.S. strategy towards Russia?
I absolutely do think so. I think that Trump is not someone that wants to be played a fool. And a lot of his premise along being able to get this peace deal finalized was premised on the idea that Putin wanted to negotiate. And if that is given to no longer be true, then Trump is going to face public pressure and also feel his own pressure to basically change his approach in order to maintain what he has considered a very strong America First policy.
And the Kremlin is saying that Russia is ready for direct negotiations with Ukraine without preconditions. Do you see that happening soon?
I think that it does seem like there is movement toward direct negotiations, particularly following the Witkoff-Putin meeting in Moscow. However, both sides have agreed to hold further negotiations, which is an important step, but it is early. So we definitely still think, and I still think, Putin is playing for time and position, and Trump's pivot, publicly questioning Putin's sincerity, could add pressure to force more serious engagement. However, the caveat is though negotiations are likely, an actual durable peace settlement is still distant.
It's Olivia Yanchik from the Atlantic Council's Eurasia Center.
Political risks. Yes, I'm sure that Trump is weighing his political risks here at home. I'm sure of that. No, I don't believe that, unfortunately. I don't believe that. The civil rights, the anti-civil rights EO, she's being played a fool. I think I understand, looking at something at face value as a traditional analyst, geopolitical analyst. I could see you kind of looking at a situation and going, oh yeah, Trump's doing some political calculus and I don't buy any of it. I think Trump can definitely have his own wild thought, like, oh, maybe this isn't so good, but he could be reined in pretty easily and pretty fast. And I'd really like to know what the Witkoff Putin conversations have been like. Hi, Val. How are you, darling? Yeah. Yeah, butterflies, I think are you talking about, yeah, I would hope that after seeing that, they would vote for the Liberal Party. Exactly. That's a good point, butterflies. I keep thinking that too. I keep thinking that Canadians, going back to the Canadian election for a second, the Canadians actually, I think, have seen what Trump is, and that Polyev is trying to kind of mimic that in a way, in his own way, and he doesn't do a very good job. I almost don't believe him. You know what I mean? When Polyev tries to trump it up, I don't actually buy it. And I think it's because he's not selling it. You know what I mean? Like, as a performer, you have to sell it. You have to really sell it. And I just don't think he's selling it. Do I think he's an asshole? 100%. 100%. But I feel like he's like even more opportunistic than Trump was, And so I do think that it would be great to see more analysis about talking about that interaction that they had at the Vatican, right? Trump and Zelensky. It would be good to hear analysis from folks who have more of the context that is, whatever, not necessarily reported on, or I don't know. I feel like it is reported on, the fact that there's some relationship between Putin and Trump that goes beyond, uh, unlikely acquaintances or something like that. So I think that's interesting from that standpoint. In the voting room, voters, candidates, and candidate reps may not be disruptive, take photos, or make audio or video recordings jeopardize the secrecy of the vote or voters' privacy. That's the Canadian guidelines, Neil. Yeah. Yeah, disparate impact. That's right. We read about that civil rights, EO. Thanks, Oomph, you brought that up. Max, you brought that up, I think, on Friday. And we read about that. Yeah, it's really interesting that so much has happened. And and it's almost like, I don't know, it's almost like a little blurry, because it kind of keeps coming, like one wave after another. And so that chaos, I mean, it's really the wiener face, isn't it? I mean, that's what it is, isn't it? That's what it is. Oh wait, I gotta go to my email, because I actually do have a couple of things in the email that are really, really struck my fancy. Let me see, where is it? Did I send my thing? What is this? Oh, I don't know. It's wrong account. Wrong account. Wrong account. You have the wrong account. What's this? What's this? Okay. Hold on. Don't leave me. Don't leave me, darling. Don't leave me, darling. Don't leave me. Google, you're the worst. That's for Friday. Oh yeah, I want to make something out of that. There's something for a meme that I had. Hold on. Stay with me. Oh, I wanted to read this. Okay, I wanted to read this. This is a Dave Troy piece. Hold on. Here we go. I wanted to read Dave Troy's recent piece. Actually, Timothy Snyder shared this on Blue Sky, which I thought was great. Congratulations, Dave. And so I thought I'd read it. This is Dave's website, America 2.0, America2news.news. Dave Troy, great researcher, great advocate for democracy. Oh, wait. Bye, Neil. Wait. Oh, hi, Teresa. Oh, my gosh. No, Neil's not leaving. Hi, Teresa. I'm sleepy. All right. A letter from the future. Your crisis is metaphysical. This dispatch from the not too distant future warns that our current predicament is more metaphysical than political. Right. Editor's note. This creative fiction essay attempts to convey abstract ideas that may be unfamiliar to most readers. More than one reading is recommended. Yeah. Take the time to look up references. This should be totally impossible for me. Not a specific channel, but magas are there. Travel Fund 69 and has another one. Kat might know of another channel. Yesterday they went to Pleb. It's Pleb. What are you guys talking about? Oh, yeah, there is. Neil, Pleb. Is that the only name of his channel? Pleb or something? Or is there another part to that? He's annoying as fuck. Oh my God, what a bigot. What a horrible bigot. What a horrible bigot. And then Travel Fund 69 is the sex tourist that goes over and takes advantage of people in Southeast Asia for his own gross pleasure. And is probably probably is a horrible person in real life. Yeah. So yeah, there's some really bad chuds. Canadian chuds channels who stream. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, let's see. Making sure. Wait, Jane, is Witkoff funding his trips to Russia himself, his own private jet? 4 trips so far. Is he traveling as a diplomat, a fake one, Trump official kind, just pretend? Jane, I would have assumed that as an envoy that he was traveling on the taxpayer dime. That's what I would imagine. They're not going to spend their own money to fly. Why? Oh, Neil, I just noticed you said Pierre Poilievre doesn't have the con man gene that Trump does. Yeah, I just don't think he's very authentic. He's not really good at it. I'm sure he's a shithead. I have no doubt. But he's not the same kind of shithead as Trump is. Although he's trying to kind of, push it a little bit. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna try to read this Dave Troy essay. This is a message. Wasn't Queenie on this show a couple of times? I mean, she's just not doing any political streaming right now. She's not doing any political streaming. She's been kicked out of everything, and she also shit talked Pat King. And now everybody's turning on her because she shit-talked Pat King. Because he hurt his feelings. Yeah, Queenie always wins trivia, though. Yeah. She was not on this show. No, she's not been on this show. We don't like each other. And she's very busy right now. She doesn't have time. She doesn't have time for me. Yeah, but she's real good at trivia. She's real good at trivia. Anyway, no, I don't know. I mean, she might be. Yeah, she's pretty disgusting. She's a pretty disgusting person. There's some really gross people on the internet. And somehow we have found, yes, Queenie is guilty of cultural appropriation. Thank you, Black Bear. Thank you. Pleb, the reporter. Yes, Val. That's the one. He's the other chud MAGA streamer in Canada that I know of. I mean, there's a bunch, but he's one of the bigger ones. Yeah. Queenie is just not, she's a bigot. That's my problem with her. She is a very active bigot. Oh, Tommy Temper. That's right. Oh, shit. Oh my God, that's right, Kat. Oh my God, Tommy Temper. I forgot about him. Wait, is she not really sovereign? I don't know. I don't know her actual credentials in that regard. I take her at her word, but Black Bear knows more than I do about that, so I defer to Black Bear. I know that she is morally bankrupt when it comes to LGBTQ and trans communities, even though she says she isn't. Her actions speak otherwise. And she's a font of disinformation. Oh my God, she just spews disinformation. Jason Lafaci, I don't know, and Tommy Temper, both people of interest, agitators, and white supremacists. Yes, Tommy Temper, who also streams, is a white supremacist. Yep. He likes to go out and harass, especially I notice Palestinian protests. And he does it in that really old, mediocre, small-dicked white man way, where he's like, so why don't you just go back to Palestine and be the boo. He's that really annoying creeper, white, mediocre, small-dicked white guy. That's kind of him, if you think about it. And he puts his child on stream, and I think that's fucking weird. When you have so many fucking pedophile supporters in your chat, I would not put my child on camera, but that's just me. And I don't have those people. Cultural disinfo-appropriation. That's it. No, I'm not. I can't speak to anything on her background or her provenance or anything. I definitely defer to Black Bear, who knows her situation better than I do on that regard. I know. No, it's not. It's gross. It's all gross. It's unfortunate. But that's the scum. There's scum at the bottom of the well. There's scum at the bottom of the well. There's scum at the bottom and scummy at the bottom. There's scummy at the bottom because you're a troll. Tempers is sub to your channel for some reason, even to all my content privated. Oh my God. Weirdo. Even though all your content is privated. Yep. No, he's a weirdo. He's a weirdo. It's because you're a troll. You're a well-known troll. You're not just a troll, Max. Well-known. Yeah, he's a jerk. He's a stupid jerk, too. Anyways, sorry. Wanted to keep reading this. And that's your programming information about shithead Canadians. There's more, but those are some of the lowlights. Oh, she's Métis, yeah. Yeah, I do know that. I do know she's Métis. Adopted. She did. She says she went through the unfortunate residential. I mean, I definitely have. Yeah, I don't want to. But I definitely can appreciate the any positive things. But I just my issue with her is just the bigotry. That's all. Don't be a bigot. That's all. That's all you have to do to get my approval. And not that anyone's looking for it. Good warm up for some heavy Dave Troy. That's right. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm not. Again, Blackberry, you know so much more about that than I do. I would be out of line if I was going to comment on that, and I certainly wouldn't. So I respect what everyone says about that. This is a message from the future. My calendar says June 2031, though on some social media argue it is, in fact, October 2033, and have presented rather compelling evidence in support of their position. Regardless, I wanted to drop you this note with some advice about your situation in 2025, as it may be instructive. She's also a traitor, seditionist, anti-science, conspiracy-laden cow. It's true. All those things are true. No, Cat, you're right. Oh my God. Yeah. Prescient. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Sorry. This is going to be, this is a mind bender. That's pretty cool. I like mind bend. Oh, I like mind benders. Okay, here we go. Ha! You see, that was the year the split really took hold. Obviously, political reality had been melting down for decades, but the veil of political games finally dropped, and you became acquainted with the realities of the new zeitgeist. From then on, it was necessary to choose. Are you for unity or division? Are you for war or peace? Are you an obstacle to evolution or a collaborator? Most people never gave those questions much thought. But once people realized those in the way were having a bad time, their assets seized, their freedoms restricted, their voices marginalized, it became clear that some new thing had emerged beyond politics, beyond fascism, and indeed unlike anything mankind had ever seen before. Of course, it wasn't really new. It just hadn't been applied at this scale. Esoteric philosophies had been around for a long time. But this time, things got a bit out of hand. For simplicity's sake, let's start with Mikhail Gorbachev. You didn't expect that, I bet. You wouldn't really. But his turn towards new thinking is really what landed us on this path. Yes, I'm talking about glasnost and perestroika, the reform and openness agenda that some say unwound the Soviet Union. But behind those ideas was something else, what Gorbachev called the Roerich idea. Nicholas Roerich was an influential Russian artist and mystic. His best-known protege was Henry Wallace, agricultural secretary under Franklin Roosevelt and later vice president. Roerich and his wife Helena borrowed heavily from theosophy to create Agni Yoga, and they attracted many followers, including Wallace. But Roerich's philosophy wasn't so much about mindfulness as the eventual fate of the world. The Roerichs believed that there were three kinds of people: the elite few who get it, pneumatics; a broader group of people who can be taught to get it, psychics; and those who will never get it, hylics or mud people. This is where I will start to lose some of you, especially you Westerners, but the Slavs will know what I'm talking about. Stick with me here, even though the terminology is unfamiliar. It was in 2025 that the hierarchy really became manifest. The Roerich idea had become so embedded in the Russian worldview as to become integral to Vladimir Putin's policy agenda, along with other woo-woo ideas like Russian cosmism and the new sphere. And because these ideas were unfamiliar to Westerners, they were invisible, even as they ground away at the foundations of constitutional democracies. Oh, Huxley used pneumatic differently. Interesting. Oh, proxies like the late President Donald Trump, J.D. Vance. I see what you did there, Dave Troy. Peter Thiel and Elon Musk were easily led to do Putin's bidding, driven by ego and promises of power. With the implicit backing of Russia and China, they realized that they could do whatever they wanted in the name of consolidating absolute power and control. Those willing to throw in their lot with the power cult, believers, if you will, were rewarded. But what about the mud people? Well, you can guess what became of them. Many of them were simply sidelined. The ones with followings were deplatformed by the AI and thus demonetized. As long as they remained quiet, they were allowed to live out their unremarkable existence. But those that continued to speak up were dealt with swiftly. You may recall the former United States contract with El Salvador for prison services. Well, other arrangements followed in Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Argentina, and North Korea. And spoiler alert, they weren't prisons. Then there's the matter of the church. After Pope Francis died in 2025, the conclave produced Pope Nicholas VI, cheekily named after the last Romanov Tsar, who was aligned with Opus Dei. It didn't take long for him to consult with Patriarch Kirill, the head of the Russian Orthodox Church. Together, they issued a joint encyclical titled Towards the Third Rome, a Millennium of Unity. The plan called for the spiritual merger of the Russian Orthodox Church with the Roman Catholic Church and the establishment of Moscow as the new Holy See, not later than 2028. That same year, the former Vatican complex came under the exclusive control of Opus Dei. It was then that things really kicked into high gear. With the powerful pushing forward on their plan to sort out the wheat collaborators from the chaff. The chaff? Chaff. Obstructionists, dictators, and monarchs gained the upper hand to the point that every major economy in the world now functions as a monarchy. Might makes right, as they say, and thanks to technology and AI, there is plenty of might to go around. About the United States. Writing this as someone born in the former country of Canada, my direct knowledge is somewhat limited, and no one can really glean a clear story from the AI slop floating around on the internet. But it appears that the entirety of the American political machine was simply captured between 2025 and 2028. The opposition of political candidates were either co-opted by forces they didn't understand, cryptocurrency likely played a big role, or they were shipped out. Journalists, too, were offered an ultimatum: either play ball or accept reassignment. Those that chose neither option were effectively silenced. The United States, trademarked, survives today primarily as a brand, like McDonald's, Nike, or Coca-Cola. Flag licensing alone generates significant royalties for Elon Musk's company, the United States of America, Inc., which he registered in 2024. That's true. Since Musk's death from ketamine overdose in 2030, Dave, company revenues now accrue to his many male heirs. Of course, people still live in the geographic territory of the former United States, with each state pursuing its own network state governance model and competing for residents. It's quite complex, and no one seems to know quite how it works. But everyone knows that the elites do what they want anyway, and the mud people have simply checked out. It's certainly not an inspiring vision for the future, but people seem to get by. And now, without the regular drumbeat of elections, well, many people have simply lost track of time. As to what to tell you, dear reader, in 2025, I wish I had better news. We know this much. Focusing exclusively on politics and the rule of law wasn't enough to stem the tide of the Roerich idea. Americans needed to place equal weight on metaphysics, but simply couldn't see the assault that was underway. This is why tweaking the knobs marked checks and balances seems to have no effect. Reality itself is under attack. Use your imaginations to create art that helps people see that this goes into dimensions well beyond politics. The word peace is code for capitulation without consent. It is used to justify the imposition of the hierarchy. It is used to justify placing men above women, the powerful over the meek, autocrats over people, whites over people of color, and natives over immigrants. It is used to justify extrajudicial imprisonment and killings. The people of Ukraine learned this meaning of peace the hard way. When you fight, fight for justice, and let there be no peace until justice is achieved. Perhaps, armed with that bit of wisdom, your timeline will turn out differently than mine. Excellent. Excellent piece. Yikes. Yeah, and we didn't read that encyclical in Catholic social teaching class. Yeah. Oh, wait, Jim, what'd you say? Now they're deporting Cubans back to Cuba. 82 Cubans were just flown back? Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I expected more metaphysics, too. Very well done, though. Very well. I appreciate the visualizations. And I don't take them as gospel. I take them as a cautionary tale and expanded thinking about, okay, what are different scenarios, right? I find that actually helpful to have. some perspective on that. Butterflies, I really thought we were safe after the first one, too. I really thought people would never reelect something like that. I don't know. I never thought people would reelect something like that. Yeah, I'm glad Troy doesn't describe Vance as current President J.D. Vance. Oh. Joke, mostly. Brave New World sexy lingo. That's right. Sexy. All right. Well, I don't know. We need to end on a happier note. Hold on just a minute. I can't do this. I can't end on womp womp. Let me see. Is there anything goofy happening? Let's see. The Canada elections. Cardinals are meeting for the conclave. It might be time to watch Conclave again. Don't you think? It's kind of except for the fact that the Canadian, that seems to be the big thing. The big thing. Canada, oh Canada, you are so Canadian. There they are, brave Canadians. Medication short. I wonder, I have a lot of stuff lined up for Friday too. Oh, Adriana, we should watch that again then. If you're around and even for what you would be afternoon, I could probably do an afternoon this week and show it. Maybe it might be fun. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just do it. Yeah, medication short. I don't know if you heard, but Polyev is in a tight race in his own writing. You know what they talked about a lot on the Chud streams at Polyev's at his rallies yesterday. They talk so much about the polls being wrong and all that kind of stuff, Watching Conclave this week is like watching The West Wing this decade. I know. But it's a good movie. If you haven't seen it, it's a good movie. That would be cool if he can't keep his own seat. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, I get you. Yeah. I get you. Yeah. No, I think, I could see, I just feel like Polyev is not popular. Like they're trying to make a thing happen, but it's just not. Really, U.S. expats now having passport renewals denied. I got to renew my passport. Shit. They want to salt the conspiracy or to cast doubt on the election itself. Yeah, it's so weird. It's so bad. And it's so sad that to see some of the same playbooks happening over again. It's so frustrating. But I mean, I am watching the dumbest of the dumb. So but yeah, oh wait, we need to watch Conclave this week. Maybe I'll do it where on the East Coast it's like late afternoon for you. Then it's not keeping you up late on a school night. Yeah, Adriana, I think we better get our passports. Or we better get that compound. Skippy voted with the wifey? Who's Skippy? Who's Skippy? Oh, I'm just hoping. When will we know the results? Canadians. When are you going to know your results? And it's like the number of seats, right? It's like the number of seats that are won is the big thing. Oh, Skippy is Polyev. Okay. Fighting with his wife. Clump out there openly bragging that Elmo knows those election computers. God, what the fuck? Oh, you know what the other thing is they do that. Okay, 172 seats equals a majority. Okay. And if there isn't a majority, don't they do like they try to form a coalition government? Is that what they do? They try to do that, I think. In the same voting booth? That's not allowed. Really? And Skippy and Mrs. Skippy. What the hell? The he hozzles. He told me to get... Wait, Paul, what happened? Who told you to get off their property? I missed the first part. Anyway. Uh-oh. It's getting spicy out in the neighborhood here. Looks cold. Looks like everybody has to have a little jacket on. All right. Well, I think I'm going to call it for today. We'll do a little early day. There will be a space tonight. So it's on my new account, what is that account? Hold on. Let me find out what that account is. Where is my account? There it is. Democracy Dino. Yeah, it's actually at Let Me Lolo. At Let Me Lolo 83992, which is dumb, but that's what it was. And yeah, the Democracy Dino, and it's my silly face. Not my nostril picture, though. I don't think you have all chat or you got censored. Oh, Paul, you might have been censored. Might have been censored. Excellently. Oh my God, I cannot wait to hear about that. I can tell you about my ventures into DeVos territory. I really want to hear about that. Really want to hear. Okay, Neil says results should start arriving around 7 p.m. PT, 10 p.m. Eastern. Okie dokie. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Lee. Thank y'all. Thank y'all, sister. Check your medication packages. Consider asking doctors to prescribe several months' supply. There could be shortages this summer. That is good advice. That is good advice. It is better safe than sorry. I think that's a very good advice. Well, we'll be watching for the Canadian results, and you know, if it's getting exciting, maybe I'll hit you guys up in Discord and see if you're around. And we'll watch the results together or something, but we'll see what happens. Oh my gosh. Yeah, check your results. But wait, come on, Canada. You got this. You got this, girl. You guys are smarter than us. You're supposed to have better schooling. So you should figure this out. No problem, Neil. Whatever. I know it's a busy day, so just, no worries. We'll keep up. I'm interested in this. This is the best thing hopefully happening today. Basically, I was asked if I was a Trump fan. I said I would swerve to not miss him if I had the opportunity. Sorry. And then what? He told you to get off his property. Yeah. And don't forget to buy weed. I don't know. Just make sure you have enough weed. I don't care if there's no tariff on it. There's probably tariff on something. Okay? So make sure you get that weed. Way to go, Paul. Way to resist, man. Fuckers. That's right. But I'll tell you right now, the violent right is what I'm talking about. Fuck the violent right. They are very stingy. I know. No, it's really bad. You're right, Max. It's really hard. Ed Martin sent threatening letter to DC Prop 71 shop last week. What? Ed Martin needs to fucking relax. Ed Martin needs to go away. They all need to go away. Anyways. Well, happy Monday, kids. Thanks for watching. If you watched this weekend, thank you so much for your support. Thank you everyone who was so kind to my daughter who did almost get hit by a car. And we're still dealing with that. He's also threatening Wikipedia. Oh, is he raging? Ed Martin is raging. Oh well. And thanks for everyone who was helpful in chat and all that. And of course, we rescued G Abbott. She got friendly fire, so we got her back. And everything's good. So yeah, I love you guys. Thank you. Thanks, Teresa. Good to see you, love. Oh, I know. I'm off sync today too, Carrie. No, you're not. It's not. I think there's something in the air. There's something in the stratosphere. So I prescribe more weed. That's what I say. If you imbibe more. If you don't, find whatever soothes you and soothe more. Yeah, the acting U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, raging, sets parameters for action. Ed Martin is the U.S. Attorney? Is he the U.S. Attorney? What is he? I don't even know what he is. I don't even know what he is. All right, yeah. And go Canada. Go Canada. We love you so much. Our Canadian brothers, sisters, he, she's, and theys. We love you so much. We love you. We love you. We love you. So be strong, and we're hoping for the best outcome for you. You could type it again. What do you mean? The acting U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia. Yes. Oh, that's right. Haggard. Hi, Hags. How you doing, babes? 150 Russian television appearances for Ed Martin. They just did that reporting last week. I should find that and clip that into the... I should put the link in that about Ed Martin. Gal has a lot of work on Ed Martin. I think someone else does too in the Gal squad. Jay, I don't know. I can't remember who has the big threads on Ed Martin. I think it's Gal, but I could be wrong about that. Yeah, so good to see everyone. So deep breath, everybody. Deep breath. That's right. Go Canada. Oh, Canada. I'm back. Had to go grab my little baby. Oh, is he okay? Oh, no. Oh, the baby. Maybe it's time for a mental health day for him. No, I'm just kidding. Don't take him back. Oh, here we go. Here's Resistance Sentinel. That's a good one. Here we go. I'll link this at the top of the description as I normally do. And this is the Resistance Sentinel for today. We watched that beautiful piece with Pritzker calling for mass protests as courts continue to stand in the way of Trump. The courts are doing what they're supposed to be doing. I hope they stand. I hope they can stand. So, all right, read your Resistance Sentinel today. Feel good. Find a way to get out there. You don't necessarily have to go where ugly MAGA people are, but find a protest that is protesting for something. You don't have to be the counter protesters. It's a much healthier experience for your mind, body, and soul. So stick to the lakes that you're used to. Polls open until 10. Oh wow. Yeah, we're gonna be keeping an eye on the Canadian election and wishing for Mark Carney or Jasmeet Singh or a combination thereof. Whatever is the best for human rights and for all Canadians and their residents. May 1st protest, that's right. May 1st, big protest. That's this week, right? Oh my God. Oh, it's Wednesday. Oh, I got to find my protest. I haven't found my protest for that. Holy mazzolis. Oh, it's Thursday. Okay, great. Thursday. Wednesday, Thursday, whatevs. No. Yeah. Oh, I got to find my protest then. Okay, well, we'll be out in the street. We'll be out in the street on Thursday then. A little different. Cute. All right. Yeah. Have a great day. Take a deep breath. Re-energize. It's going to be a long week. They always are. But we're going to make it because we have no other choice. And we have to make it so everyone else does too. Very much deep breathing. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you tomorrow. See you hopefully tonight on Spaces. I'll try to do it on Discord. I always fuck that up, but I'll try again all the time. Love you guys. Bye.